birds don't have to have traditional families. It's okay. We welcome everyone here. It's totally fine. All right. Well, welcome to our show.
We love birds here.
We love everyone. This is an all-inclusive show. If you are a bird that lives in a non-traditional family, good for you. Thanks for listening. Choo 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 choo, pow 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 pow, ping ping, pow pow, poo, choo choo, tweet 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 tweet. Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. Today we have with us Kitsie.
Hey, I'm Kitsie, and I don't know my birds. Apparently.
Is it a robin? Is it a cardinal? Did a robin have a cardinal? We'll never know. Poo, choo, chow, poo, pa, pa, choo. Producer Johna.
Hi, I'm Johna. The only thing I know about birds is that the more colorful ones are the male birds.
Very good,
they have
Johna.
to attract the females.
They got to work for it. Choo, poo, choo, 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 pow, pow, pow. And, of course, then, working for it, the most attractive member of the Kind of Nerdy Girls is, of course, the Kind of Nerdy Dude, Producer Patches.
Only attracted because I'm wearing a bright green shirt, so we're good.
And you're making me a steak dinner after this.
And I'm making you steak.
No! Why do y'all keep having steak? God.
Because I'm on this stupid restricted diet. I can't really eat very much, but I can eat steak, so steak it is. I'm on the steak diet.
Nice.
Sounds like how Elvis died, but whatever.
Oh, no, you did not.
Wow. Okay, then.
I mean, so you're going to no, I'm sure your digestive system is way better than his.
I don't know,
you
right?
eat vegetables.
I can't make any promises right now. But let's not go too far into that. Welcome to our show. We are the Kind of Nerdy Girls. We talk about pop culture, geeky stuff, paranormal stuff, stuff that makes us cry, birds. And also, we really, really like Chris Evans. So
yeah, we do.
We
really
actually are going to kick things off with a poo-choo with a sneeze from Johna and
Thank you.
A Chris Evans update. Chris Evans update. We are coming off of the celebration of Chris Evans' birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Chris. And I did have a little bit of news for you. And I hope that you didn't read this in the Kind of Nerdy Network already, because I wanted to quiz you all in who you think Chris Evans' favorite Marvel character is. It's
probably Tony Stark.
Captain America.
Well, duh.
I'll tell you that.
It's probably Iron Man.
You think it's Iron Man?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Patches?
I'm gonna say Incredible Hulk.
Hulk? Kitsie?
Guy.
I'm going to go with Thor.
Thor.
We're all
You're
wrong.
all wrong. You're
Okay.
all wrong. Chris
Black
Evans.
Widow.
Nope. That's what I thought. I was doing the same thing.
Falcon.
When I saw that it was not Falcon. You want to keep going?
I mean, there's only so many
Ant-Man.
Avengers.
Spider-Man.
It is not
Peter
Ant-Man. But
The witchy chick.
It's not Peter Quill.
Good. Nobody likes him.
Did you say witch?
Witchy chick. It's not Scarlet Witch.
Thank you.
Come on.
Is it Bucky?
It's not Bucky.
Okay.
It's not.
That's all of them.
Yes.
The Black Panther.
It's not Black Panther.
What the? It's like all of them.
Chris
Who is it?
Evans' favorite Avenger is Spider-Man.
Somebody said
I
Spider-Man.
said Spider-Man.
You said
You did?
Spider-Man.
I thought you said Iron Man.
Well, I was
Okay.
just rattling off Avengers, but
Okay,
you might have
all
missed
right,
it.
Yes, he said he loves Captain America, but Spider-Man was his childhood hero. And that is
Same.
as much fun as he had being Captain America, that he thought it would be really cool to attach himself to buildings and spring from one building to another, which is one of the few things he didn't get to do as Captain America. Although he jumped, remember when he and Bucky were jumping buildings?
He was so good at jumping
He's good at everything.
and running fast. I
right.
can't even run that fast.
It's time. It's time that we create the alternate universe where Chris Evans comes back to Marvel as Spider-Man.
How old is Chris Evans? It was just his birthday. Is he 30-something?
He's 39. 39.
Ooh, he's not that much younger than me. Just,
I
well,
know.
quite a bit,
Just saying.
but still.
Just saying, there's a chance.
I still got a chance with him. Don't worry, guys.
You might be too young for him. I think
No.
of all of us, I'm closest in age. So
okay, age is nothing but a number, ma'am.
You are not. I am.
Oh, actually, yeah. If we're going by age, Patches gets to date Chris Evans.
I'm only 1 year apart from him.
Okay, if we're going by people who are single, it's me.
Oh, don't worry. I can make that happen. I mean, Patches isn't even going to contest. Like, if
I can honestly say that would be the one. Like, that's one of very few. I'd be like, oh, you do you, man. I cannot be.
KJ, I don't know if I could be your friend if you're married to my husband. I'm just saying.
He's not your husband. As a matter of fact, you missed the kind of nerdy night in where we established who our husbands were in the Marvel universe. And Chris Evans is mine. And I share him with Bonnie in the Kind of Nerdy Network. She's my sister wife.
I rebuke that. Rebuke.
You should join us for the Kind of Nerdy Night In. What happens in the Kind of Nerdy Night In is canon. It's canon in the Kind of Nerdy Network. So if you're not there, you don't have a say.
I was doing something. I think I was with my sister.
By the way, I hung up my picture of me and Chris Evans.
I see.
There it is.
And she slowly pokes.
Patches, I think your mic's off again.
Yeah, no. Is that why that there was just a ton of pictures just sprawled out in the garage?
Yeah, I went looking. So I actually went looking for. If you look up a little bit higher, there's my picture with Carrie Fisher. And that was the one I was looking for. I've been wanting to put that there with the Star Wars poster. And then I saw the one with me and Chris Evans, and I was like, well, that needs to go right next to the Captain America stand-up. So I mean,
the one with you and Bucky right below that one.
I don't need to put the one with me and Bucky anywhere that people can see it.
She doesn't.
Thank you. No, thank you, Johna. Thank you for loving me enough to admit that is a terrible picture that people don't need to see. I appreciate you.
I try.
You're with Kitsie. How memorable.
There is a picture of, I should say, if you're a new listener, Kitsie has a company called Celeb Photo Ops, and when conventions are a thing, we'll get back to taking pictures of fans with celebrities. And
can't wait.
So we get to take pictures with these celebrities sometimes too. And we got our picture with Sebastian Stan and told him about how he was there when our friendship began. And so there's a picture of us hugging Sebastian Stan. He was very touched by it.
He's such good people.
So staying on the subject of Chris Evans, Kitsie, have you watched Defending Jacob at all?
Yes, I have finished the season. I just did this last week.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Amazing.
So this is going to be full of spoilers, and we're just going to let it out. It is time to talk about Defending Jacob.
Thank God. I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting.
Johna
I was playing cheapskate. Sorry.
It's all right.
I'm about to cancel my subscription right now, matter of fact. So
Are you canceling Apple TV? Yeah, we are too. Yeah.
I was adding a bunch of stuff to my queue, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch this.
So Apple TV we got for Chris Evans, and then we're out. And okay, so Johna, you've been waiting the longest to let it out. So do you just want to go ahead? I mean, I can pull up the text of when I finally text you. It was like, what was that?
And she texted me in all caps. I was like, oh man, she's mad.
I was so mad.
I was pissed at that ending. I was like, what is this? I was like, this is too open-ended for me.
It wasn't an ending.
Well, yes, it wasn't.
Right. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah. But there's no way there's going to be a second season. There's no way.
There's only one book.
There was a book?
I think so.
Oh, I thought Chris Evans created this in his mind, and I was kind of mad at him. Like, you're going to bring that?
I'm pretty sure it was
that?
A book.
Okay. All right.
Well, just like I think that they would be smart enough not to make another season.
I mean, I think it would be, and with this series, I think it would be a bad idea to do a second season because you're not going to keep that. What was I think what's good about it, and probably, you know, if Chris Evans ever listened to this, he would be like, that was exactly what we were trying to do, is to give you an ending where you are guessing, because did Jacob do it? Is he going to do it again? There's so many questions.
Yeah.
And I think that's sort of right. And I think that's sort of what they wanted it. Like, life is messy and you don't really have the answers. And hey, maybe their kid is a killer.
Psycho.
Yeah. What do you get? He's definitely creepy.
It still could have been. Good. What was the guy's name? Putz or something like that?
Leonard Pats.
It still could have been him. We just don't know.
Right. But it just, going into that last episode, I was like, everything's been cleaned up so nice that I feel like this is going to be an episode of like wandering around. I don't understand what we're doing, but we were, I don't know if you guys, how many times you guys thought you had it figured out?
I never thought I had it figured out. I
never did either.
There was a couple of points where I was like, okay, that would make sense. But then again, I was like, we'll find out in the last episode. And then the last episode, we didn't find out literally anything.
Yeah. 8 different scenarios of who we thought did it, or like 2 of them did it together, or something crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I can honestly say, as irritated as I was at the ending, and then, you know, giving it some time and understanding they did what they did on purpose. But we were the entire time pausing it like, okay, no, he did it. Oh, no. And then the moment that pops in your head, like, this is why the grandfather has been in the storyline. Because he's freaking covering. This is why he's here. He's freaking covering it up. And the guy that was following him around went, you're like, oh,
that blew my mind.
I think it was one of the kids. That one kid. I can't think of his name. The kid who was stalking the little girl. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
His last name was you or Lou or something.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the mom, I could not believe it when she crashed the car.
Yo, I was like, what's going on?
And honestly, at the end, you know, for a long time through the whole thing, I'm like, this poor mother. And still, you know, right, I'm this poor man, because Andy's past is coming out. She got to find out about his, you know, dad. And there's all this stuff that's eating at her. And you can tell in the courtroom that she's going to just lose her shit at some point. And then she crashed that car into that bridge. And I was like, no, really. Poor Andy. He's got it the worst.
Literally.
Yeah.
So I watched Knives Out today, and I think the kid was in that.
What?
I'm pretty sure it's the same kid. I might have to IMDb that.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
So he's probably the kid who,
the cousin
who's like a Nazi or something.
In the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Is that him?
Googling on my slow connection now.
Oh, that's
IMDb.
okay. Huh. Well, I wonder then if they have, I mean, that's interesting if there's some sort of connection there.
He's in a new movie that's about to come out.
The kid?
I can't tell you what the name of it is, but I think it's a scary movie.
I'm going to just take a guess. He plays a sociopath.
Yep.
Are they the same? It's him?
Yeah. He does a very good job playing like crazy innocent line. He does a very good job at that.
Yes.
Sometimes I was like, maybe he didn't do it. Maybe, you know.
I know.
I don't think Jacob did it.
I also don't think that he did it.
I don't.
You don't?
Nope.
Why?
I think it was Putz.
You think so?
I don't know. If my kid came to me with those exact same reactions, I would believe him. And I'm pissed that the mother didn't. I understand kind of sort of why. And here's the thing. If I was that mother, I don't know what it just left so many questions in my head. Oh my God, what if that happened to me? How would I react? Would I be
right?
I don't even know.
I guess it also didn't help that when they were in Mexico or whatever, that girl went missing.
Oh my God.
Right.
Like, that probably really amped it up for her. I was like, they were like, oh, you know, I just came back. And then they're like, she's missing. And I was like, Yo, what? Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
son of a bitch.
Right.
He did it. Oh my God.
Right, because then you're thinking, oh my God, and now these parents, they have to live with, they know that he got off on those charges, and so he killed again. I was totally in that space, like, oh, these poor parents moving forward, what are they gonna do? And then she shows up, and I'm like, what the hell? Well, maybe he didn't do it.
Honestly, I was like, thank God that girl showed up because I was so stressed. I was like, oh no.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
So here's
Kitsie.
my question for you guys.
Mhm.
Do you think it could have been a movie? Or do you think it needed to be 8 episodes? I felt like there was a lot of filler.
I feel like it could have been a movie, honestly.
I don't know if it could have been a movie, but I think it could have been maybe 5 episodes, 4 or 5 episodes. I think that there was definitely some stuff that needed to develop,
Yeah.
but it didn't need that much.
Yeah, if it were a movie, it would end up having to be like a 3.5, 4 hour movie, because I think there's too much visual language in that series to leave out. I think I think the visual language is what makes it uncomfortable.
And also, I wonder if you would get the same effect because having it go on that long, like, prolonged your stress level about what was happening, right? Where if it was a 2-hour movie, I don't know that they would have accomplished us being that invested in it.
Yeah. No, I get that. They would have just had to throw all the information at you and saw if it stuck, whereas there was character development and everything else.
But it'll be interesting to see if more screenwriters don't go that way, just because, I mean, there's more of a market in the on-demand series type stuff right now than there is for, I mean, movies are, who knows when going to a theater is going to be a thing that could be profitable again. And they keep pushing these movies back. And I mean, how many years are you willing to push these movies back? Because it's a long time before movie theaters are packed again.
The studios are waiting for more drive-ins to be built so they can re-release stuff.
Yes, and who knew drive-ins were going to come back, dude?
I know, right?
Excited.
I love it so much.
Oh my God.
Do you really
Speaking of drive-ins,
Yes.
I'm going to be shooting Bruce Campbell up in Chicagoland area. Check out Celeb Photo Ops on Facebook, and all the information is there. They're going to air the very first
Evil Dead.
Oh my God, what's it called? Evil Dead. Thank you so much.
Yes.
God, brain fart. But yeah, and then we're going to do photo ops with Bruce outside. Everybody's going to be social distance, and the drive-in screen is going to be the background. And the Deadite is going to jump up between the fans and Bruce to make sure that social distancing is happening.
Oh, that's
my gosh.
It's going to be super small, not like a con or anything. It's just Bruce. I'm sure he's doing autographs. It's like a VIP deal.
Mhm.
It's 2 nights. It's January 10th and 11th. And you can go to
July?
flashbackweekend.com. Yes.
July, not January, right?
Not January.
I was like,
Did I
that
say
is really far away.
Listen, I don't want to be outside in Chicago with Bruce Campbell in January.
No, absolutely not. Hey, at least I got the first letter right.
Yeah.
Having a day.
I saw that, and it honestly, it filled my heart with so much joy that there's, I mean, as much as you love what you do, and Celeb Photo Ops is such a cool experience to be able to figure out how to, I mean, this is the first step, right? In figuring out how we can still bring fans together with their celebrities and continue to give them great experiences. So yeah, bravo. I'm so excited. And Bruce is a great one to do it with. He's so much fun.
Oh, if anybody can do it right, it's going to be Bruce for sure.
Yeah, I thought about it because the only reason I know the date for sure is because it's the same date as the virtual PopCon weekend. But then I was like, but PopCon's virtual. So I could actually be in Chicago and still do PopCon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's going to be fun. It's going to
be great. Yay.
I don't know what it is about Bruce Campbell. Every single time I've worked with him, I've done something. You know me, I'm a decent person in general and good. All right.
Oh my God.
I got no one to blame but myself. But Bruce.
You're a great person, Patches.
Thanks, Johna. But he's the one person I always screw things up. Like,
What do you mean?
Bruce is the one person to where, like, literally every single time I've worked with him, he's pulled me aside and be like, dude, all right, this is what we're doing. Most recently, when we were in Lexington, I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing, but damn it.
Do you get nervous around him?
No, it's just I equate it to waiting tables, right? You can give the best service. You can get the best service the entire doesn't matter. You could like A+ service. You always have that one table at night that no matter what happens, that something's always getting screwed up. That's me and Bruce Campbell. Campbell is my bad restaurant table. That's what he.
Yeah, Kitsie didn't want to tell you this, but this all hinged on her promising that the bald guy that screws everything up would not be joining her for the drive-in weekend.
Actually, I think it's just going to be Chris and I doing everything.
Awesome.
So just because there's so few tickets being sold and can't afford to pay the masses this time, but we're just excited to freaking work.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Let me know if
Yay.
I ever need help, please.
She just said she didn't.
Well, I'm hoping
Like,
it happens
in the
at some
future.
point.
No, she doesn't need help now. I'm talking about in the future. I have free weekends these days.
Okay. So Katie is not here. She's gaming because that's, that when you don't hear Katie here, that's what she's doing. So I felt like it was necessary that I fill in for her on this important Call of Duty news, since I'm going to be figuring out how to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare because I joined Twitch so that I could follow.
Did you ask Chad to teach you?
When I was thinking about that, wouldn't it be great if I just shot him a message and was like, hey, what if you taught me? I've never played the last true video game I was invested in was Super Mario Brothers.
What a good game.
How interesting would it be for me to go from that to trying to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare? I would suck so bad.
Everybody on your team would hate you.
But I guess season 4 came out last week of Modern Warfare, new mode, and I was like, oh, this is probably the mode for me. It's called Fun Party Mode. Doesn't that sound like, right? I'm like, yeah, fun party mode. I'm totally into that. Now I'm definitely going to tell Chad Michael Collins that I'm ready to join his Twitch stream.
It's just going to be a lot of people shooting at each other. That's what makes it fun.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought it was going to be like, like a Smash Brothers or something where it doesn't really matter and everything's just getting destroyed and you're just hitting buttons and it doesn't. No. Apparently, their version of Fun Party Mode is a free-for-all mode where every player starts the match with only one single bullet in a random weapon, and getting a kill earns them another bullet.
Pass.
Does that sound like Fun Party Mode?
No, that sounds like I'll die like in the first 5 seconds.
Right. Like I'm going to go into this with one bullet.
And then one random other weapon that's probably going to be like a boomerang or something. Like, no.
Yes. So if you are playing Call of Duty, know that that's just one of there's like that new mode and a bunch of bundles that are already coming for the new season that was just put out. So that is a little gaming update. I was going to ask you, Kitsie, if your husband is back to gaming, or because you said he quit.
Yeah, he did. And he, Chris, he started a new business. So now I never see him. Still.
Yeah, but not even a Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That's not his
back. Jam.
It's not.
His jam is superhero stuff. To be perfectly honest, what he was playing last was City of Heroes. It was a game he used to play with the kids when they were little, and they just kind of relaunched it under the radar. So now he's in trouble. But.
All right. Well, for some reason, I thought he and Katie had a conversation about Call of Duty, but maybe not.
Oh, he used to play back in the day, but lately his thing is superheroes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right on. All right. Choo, pow, pow, choo, 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 choo. What's got Johna weeping? Go ahead, Johna. I like that. I was editing our last podcast where I added in the cry, and I was like, "That's a nice touch for Johna's segment. I'm going to do that again." You're welcome.
I'm gonna do that from now on.
From now on. No one listens. No one listens to us. It's fine.
That's true. We don't have any listeners at all.
All right, Johna.
Okay,
Oh, she's putting her glasses on for this. Did you take notes?
It's
My
serious.
eye was itching.
Okay.
You guys know I can't see without these things.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So today I came home to take a nap, but I had to eat first, obviously, because you know. So I made me a very nice turkey sandwich. And I was laying in my bed.
Nice.
Just
What do you put on your turkey sandwich?
Just cheese.
Okay.
Turkey.
Okay.
No mayo?
No mayo.
Yeah.
I'm a mayo person.
I don't like mayo. Okay, good. We're like, this side of the screen is no mayo. Perfect. All right. Team no mayo.
Team mayo.
My dad didn't really like mayonnaise, so I think I got that from him.
Okay. All right. So turkey sandwich with cheese, no mayo. Go on.
Laying in my bed, and I'm scrolling through Instagram.
Wait, are you eating a turkey sandwich in bed?
Yes, that's my table.
Johna. Okay.
I eat bed all the time.
All right.
I live there. It's
All
like
right.
you don't want to get in my car because there's cups everywhere in that mug.
Nope. Not
Bags,
interested.
chips,
Okay.
terrible.
All right. Back to your bed full of crumbs from your turkey sandwich. Go ahead.
And I was scrolling through Instagram, and one of the guys from Big Time Rush posted this video, and I was like, "What is this? What is this?" So I start watching it, and they're singing "Worldwide," one of their more popular songs from back in the day, and it's the acoustic version of it. And I'm just laying in my God, it was so good. I'm gonna share it on the kind of nerdy Twitter page. I was literally sitting in my bed eating my turkey sandwich, crying. I was like, "Oh, this is so beautiful." I was
Quick question.
Yes.
Is Big Time Rush a real band or was it a Nickelodeon show?
It was a Nickelodeon show, but they were a legitimate band. They toured for a while after the show ended.
Okay.
I
didn't even know they were a Nickelodeon show. I just knew them from the radio.
Yep. They're on Hulu. It's in my queue to watch. I love Big Time Rush. Y'all know I love boy bands.
Yeah.
A jam. So they were singing Worldwide on Instagram in their separate Zoom rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Aww.
I don't understand. How are they doing that? Like if I say, okay, I'm going to count to 3 and everybody say Chris Evans. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
Yeah. How are they singing? All of us said it at a different time.
I remember this was a long time ago, like when quarantine first started.
Oh, yeah.
This
Years
guy,
ago.
I think he's from Indiana. He had a bunch of people come together and sing "God Bless America" or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They all had the thing, this thing. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Pendulum? No.
No,
I know. That's my favorite instrument that tick-tock.
Yeah, that thing.
Okay.
They had that, and they had to sing on time with that in order to sing on time with the music.
Okay. Patrick, would you like to jump in with a correction, Producer Patches?
Yeah, actually, that is called a metronome, number 1.
Metronome.
Man, because I was like, it's this. I know it does.
Pendulum? I think that's for ghost hunting. Sorry.
So I think what they do, so they do it so it's 80 beats per minute. So everyone's got digital metronomes now and all that stuff. So you set up 50 beats a minute, and then you just sing it, and then it goes. Then after
Sync it later.
Yeah, you sync it. So start your track now, and you give it 4 clicks. Click, 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 sing, and then as soon as that's how you sync it up in post production, to where you just line everything up on that beat, and then you're good.
Okay. But my question is, go back and watch the Schitt's Creek video with Mariah Carey, because not only are they singing, but there's some talking. How did they line everything up? The dialogue, the singing, everything.
On my podcast, I record audio, but we Zoom to just kind of talk to each other.
Yep.
We record all our audio separate, and we do a 1, 2, 3 clap so that I can sync it. And even if it gets off a little bit, I can fix it in post and just bring it back a little bit, a little bit. So I wonder if they kind of record their their video and their audio separate as well as a Zoom meeting.
Gotcha.
Probably.
Now, in addition to catching up on defending Jacob and our text back and forth about how shocking that was and how angry we were, I also finally got the text from Johna with her reaction to the last episode that aired of Supernatural. Go ahead, Johna.
Good old. Don't even get me started. I was very upset. I was so mad. I'm mad, and I really don't even remember what happened, but I know I'm super pissed about it.
You don't even remember? It was Jack. It was Jack. Remember Jack at the end?
Oh, yeah. I was like, what is this? I was so happy when Jack came back. I was like, yes, Jack. Oh, man. He's going to be so great. And then I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Why is this happening?
No, I don't want to give anything too much away, but it was not the episode that I was like, you know what?
You deserve that.
You guys knew COVID was going to shut you down. You should have kept this episode away from us until whatever, because it was like that. It was that kind of episode where it was devastating. They just, there's something that gets revealed right at the end, and the last few minutes are heart-wrenching.
Yeah. Here's the deal. I am just sticking by the fact that going into the last season of Supernatural, I've not watched a single. I saw the first 2 episodes, I think, but after that, I'm going in expecting everybody dies. Period. And I think that's my new mantra when it comes to watching a new show. Everybody dies. If you go into it, awesome. Then I mean,
listener Jim taught us.
That is so.
It is so true. You can't spoil anything if you say everybody dies. Yeah.
And then if they don't, you can be happy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When you have low expectations, all they can do is go up.
So you would go into like a Big Bang Theory, like everybody dies.
Yeah.
You like Big Bang Theory?
I'm not thinking that deep, but yes, if I go into the show expecting everyone's going to leave, I've had my heart broken through too many series, too many shows. No, I know you're all just going to die.
Wow.
And I'm going to get through it.
You are a man scorned.
I'm tired of getting my heart broken, man.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, Patches. All
Wait.
right.
You can blame Buffy the Vampire Slayer for that.
Okay, I'm about to say, because we've all been burned by a show before where we're like, yeah, they're going to make it to the end. They're going to make it to the end. And then everybody's dead at the end. And you're like, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Why'd everybody have to die?
Yeah.
Not necessary to have
Game
to
of Thrones, Walking Dead, all of them.
Yes.
How about Infinity War?
That's all I'm saying. God. Ugh.
That was the first movie in a long time where I let my guard down and I was like, son of a bitch.
Why am I crying right now?
Oh, God.
That was the worst feeling I've ever had in a movie theater, was sitting there at the end of Infinity War.
That was the creepiest that was the most creepy experience ever leaving a movie theater for me. Because people, like, everyone's like, what the just happened?
Yeah.
Because everyone's walking out of the theater not speaking to each other because you're all
Right.
You don't know what happened. Like, what's going on? And I was so mad because we were all seeing it like an hour after each other.
Yeah.
I saw it, then you saw it, then Katie saw it. And I was just driving home in my car. I didn't have any music playing or anything. And I'm just like, what happened? I don't even know what's going on. And I was so mad because you guys were in the theater still. And I was like,
I can't even talk to anyone about it for an hour.
yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is terrible.
So, and think about this, walking out of the theater too, you're passing all these people that are excited to come into the movie. So much of me that was wanting just to be like, don't go.
I was like, don't make eye contact with any of the excited Avengers fans.
They'll see my running
contact.
mascara.
They're gonna see it.
It was so terrible because I was so hyped for Infinity War. I was like, yes, this is gonna be so good. And then I left. And then after Infinity War, I was so anxious for Endgame. I was like, do I even want to see this? Like, do I want to go sit in the theater for 3 hours and watch people die? I don't know if I can do it again, honestly.
Well, yeah, and it's like, oh, they're all going to come back, right? Are they going to come back?
They have to.
They
They have to come back.
Right. Yeah, a year torturing yourself. You're like, God.
Yeah, and now people can just watch them. You know, Alex and the Kind of Nerdy Network, who she's watching them all for the first time. She gets to roll through Infinity War and go right to Endgame. I feel like everyone,
That's not fair.
there should be a rule like Disney Plus should like mark the date that you watched Endgame for the
Yes.
first time, or in Infinity War for the first time, and be like, you are not allowed to watch Endgame until 1 year from today.
Right.
Just
Literally.
like the rest of us. You sit and you suffer with us.
God. How much did we suffer that whole year? So much. So
Well, I
much.
would say it was one of the worst years of my life, but then 2020 happened. So
Bruh,
Well,
preach,
maybe that's
okay?
what 2020 is trying to prove. It wasn't so bad.
although when you like look at how empty things are and baseball diamonds sitting empty and everything, it doesn't look that much different from Thanos.
No, maybe it was prepping us.
Oh no.
Right.
Somewhere Thanos has snapped his fingers and we all survived somehow.
Oh crap.
Yeah, no, that's a 2020 is a good perspective year.
Sure is. It's gonna be, everything's gonna be great from here on out. All right, Johna.
Yes.
So in the weeping category, is there anything else to add you've been crying about? You were excited about the Chris Maloney news, right? There's more about his new show.
God.
Oh my gosh, she's crying right now.
I love Chris Maloney.
Okay, Chris Maloney, new
Chris
show update.
Maloney, the other love of my life. I love him very much. His new show, reprising his role as Elliot Stabler from SVU. He's going to be on a new show called Law and Order Organized Crime. It will be airing in the fall on NBC. Ooh, KJ, you know people at NBC. Can you please find out if we can interview Chris Maloney?
You
I
know
would
how
love
that
it.
you know how that works?
I don't know how to.
I get an email from NBC and they say, here's an interview if you want it.
Dear NBC, please let us interview Chris Maloney. Love the Kind of Nerdy Girls.
Not once have I actually, I did email them because Sarah Wayne Callies wanted to be on our show, and we had a couple of other stars from Council of Dads that were up, and I asked them if we could get Sarah, and they did. They said they tried, but they probably didn't, which I'm assuming is probably what would happen, Johna, if I sent them an email and was like, can we please have Christopher Maloney? They'd be like, yeah, we'll try to do that for you. We're never doing that.
Here's what you do. Christopher Maloney is trying to sell a house right now that's haunted by Ozzie and Harriet.
Wait a
Tell him I'll
second.
go
Is
cleanse
this a
the
true
house for him.
story? Wait a second.
Yes.
Back up. That was a lot to just take in. Could you say that again?
Way to tie in the paranormal.
Paranormal in the news.
This is my favorite.
Ooh. Okay. Say it again, but a little slower, please.
Okay. So a couple weeks ago, there was a paranormal in the news story that Christopher Maloney had bought the house that used to be Ozzie and Harriet's back in the day. And now he's trying to sell it. And it's haunted by Ozzie and Harriet.
No. Why would
Yeah.
you sell that?
Have fun.
Exactly.
That would
Because
be
he
so
just got a new
fun.
gig and wants to upgrade, apparently. But
So what did he describe what Ozzie and Harriet do in the house?
it's been a hot. I just tried to Google it real quick and it didn't come
Okay.
up. But I believe that he's not talking about it. But friends who have been at the house say that they saw spirits in the house.
Pass.
Gosh, how fun.
Of course, he's not talking about it because he doesn't want to be haunted because he doesn't realize that sometimes people will pay more for that.
Yeah.
What you're trying to tell me, Johna, is that you would pass up a chance to go to Christopher Maloney's house because it's haunted.
Yes.
What? Wait, Christopher Maloney calls you up. Bring. Hey, Johna. Hey, Johna, it's Christopher Maloney.
The best impersonation I've ever heard.
I'm making steak tonight. I was wondering if you'd like to come over and have a steak dinner. Don't worry about the house being haunted. What do you say?
Can we sit outside? And I hate outside. I would rather sit outside.
No, we're going to
Walk
stay
around
inside.
to the backyard, and then when I leave, walk around to the front yard. I won't drink anything. That way I don't have to go in the house to go to the bathroom. Seems
All
like
the
a
bathrooms are
win-win for me.
haunted.
Mm-mm. And the property can be haunted.
Yep.
Spirits are not, they're not restricted by the walls like we are, Johna.
Well, sounds like me and Christopher Maloney are going to be FaceTiming eating steak together.
Wow. Wow. That is
Wow,
okay.
you just dissed him.
That
No,
is
I love me some Christopher Maloney, okay? That is my boo. That's like my A1 Chris, okay?
Oh,
Like,
hang on just a
I'm just
second.
saying.
What?
Look, I love Chris Evans. Don't get me wrong, but Christopher Maloney was my first Chris love.
That is why you never get to have Chris Evans.
Don't
Young lady.
Newsflash. Newsflash.
boo.
No.
Wow,
Unacceptable.
mind blown.
Right?
Guys, I started watching SVU before I got into Captain America and stuff.
Well, I'm going to say
So-
Chris Evans is far more attractive, but that's just me.
Okay, that's why we have moved on to Chris Evans, okay? Me and him
Okay.
have
So,
such-
okay. So, Johna. Bring. Hey, Johna, this is Chris Evans. I was wondering if you'd like to come over tonight for a steak dinner. By the way, my house is haunted. Go ahead, Johna.
Oh, you're so mean to me. Is his property haunted or is the house haunted? Because again,
If the house is
Yeah.
haunted, the property's
I
haunted.
was outside.
The whole house is haunted. Dodger's always barking at things I can't see. It drives me
Can we
crazy.
eat steak in the car?
No.
That's effed up.
Oh,
Side note,
Because I want
Chris,
to hang out with
his
my
house isn't
husband.
haunted. You're safe. I asked him if he had a paranormal story. He said no. I was
ah.
Okay,
Well-
okay, so I'm definitely going for steak then if his house isn't haunted.
But let's say it was. Let's say since the last time that he did a show with Celeb Photo Ops, Chris Evans, he took home a ghost stalker. Like
one of my
Mr.
ghosts.
Yep, took home a ghost, and now he's got ghost stalker. And so she's not going to mess with you. She might because she loves him, and now you're moving in on it.
Did I die and I'm his stalker? Is that what we're talking about here? That's what it seems like.
So Chris Evans has a ghost stalker from a con that he took home from Kitsie, but you are invited over for a steak dinner, and the ghost stalker is going to be there. What do you do?
Okay, do I know that there's a ghost stalker?
Yeah,
Okay.
He called you.
Chris
I told you.
Evans called
Okay.
you. He said, "John, come over for a steak dinner, and there's a ghost in my house."
I appreciate that he would tell me that there's a ghost at his house.
Well, that's the kind of man he is.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
why
nice
he's
guy.
my. That's why he's my first Chris and not my second Chris.
Okay.
Chris
Calm,
Pine is my second Chris.
calm down. Chris Evans is now my first Chris, okay?
Mm,
But
There's a
anyway,
lot of Chris's.
There's
I
so many,
know.
but Chris is
I'm going through my
my
Chris's.
number one. In case you guys haven't noticed, I'm constantly liking and retweeting tweets with Chris Evans' face in them. So my Twitter page is
I've
basically
noticed.
like a Chris Evans stan page right now. It's pretty ridiculous.
You have an answer. Are you going to go to his haunted house with
Okay.
a stalker or not?
This is another question that I have. Can I bring something to like what is it, expel? Is that what you call it? To get rid of said ghost?
Exercise?
No, I'm not doing an
A
exercise.
priest? You're going to bring a priest to a date with Chris Evans? Come on.
Chris Evans just hung up on you.
Didn't they bring a priest? I mean, can I burn like some sage or like whatever it is?
He's allergic. I
No,
don't know. I just made that up.
no, because he wants
You have to
keep,
deal with the ghosts.
he wants to keep the ghost. She's a stalker, so she's
What's
really
the-
nice.
Oh,
Like,
nah. Look, I love
like she
Chris
folds
Evans.
his clothes for him and does lots of
God, I
like,
want that
really nice
ghost.
things.
Damn, she
Yes.
does more than I would do. So
She does the
Keep her
dishes.
ass.
She's a very good ghost.
Oh,
Very
she's a
good.
good
But
ghost housewife.
yeah.
Oh, no.
So you're
She's got
still
me
not
beat
going?
here.
You're
No,
not going home?
she got me beat. What do you mean? She's ironing his clothes and shit.
Well, yeah, but you can still go.
My own clothes.
You can still go over for the steak dinner. She's just going to clean it up
Okay, fine. I'll go to Chris Evans'
dying.
house for a steak dinner.
with a stalker ghost.
Very weird time. I'll just bring holy water. Just sprinkle it all over.
That's not how this works, Johna.
Just take a bath. with holy water. The
Dude,
power of Christ compels you. God.
And then Chris throws up green pea soup all over you. Just, like, spins around.
And I'll realize that he's a demon and have to leave. It'll be a sad time. But
This
I'll
might
make
be
sure I've taken lots of pictures first.
this might be my favorite conversation we've ever had.
Yeah, I'm going to have to
It
agree.
brings everything together, guys. Good job. Did you
It does.
have another paranormal in the news, or was that your actual story?
No, I had another one, but we can let that go. But I did want to talk to Johna about, if you don't mind, real quick. Have you heard of rando nodding?
What?
No?
No.
Is that
Sounds weird.
So it's
venereal disease or
Sounds
what?
spooky.
well, no. So it's this app that sends you to random locations, and you're supposed to go, and it's supposed to be like life-changing experiences. It's all over Twitter. It's like hashtag randonaught. TikTok is covered in it right now, and it's mostly kids your age and younger doing it. But this almost 50-year-old went randonauting yesterday. So it's really
feel
cool.
like that's not safe. An app
was also
sends you
thinking
to a
that.
random place. What if that app is run by, the
Oh.
kid from Defending Jacob?
Oh, it could be. It totally could be.
Yeah,
But
this
it was
seems
a
a little
9-minute
sketchy.
walk from my house.
I don't want to get
So I
serial
went.
killed.
So you walked 9 minutes from your house because this app told you to. What life-changing thing happened when you got there?
I found a mansion back in the woods, like 9 minutes from my house, that I didn't even know was there before.
Cool.
Do people live in it?
Yes. And I know their, because I Googled the hell out of it. I know their names. They have this huge, I'll text you guys. I videotaped it for Oddity Files while I was out. So I'll send you pictures and stuff of what I found. But it wasn't even the actual location it was supposed to send me to. It was actually in their neighbor's yard. And I didn't want to go traipsing through the neighbor's yard. But the app is supposed to, you can either pick voids or high energies or an anomaly, which is the both combined. So it's all about energy. It's a big, huge machine-like thing. It's what they call it is a laser in a vacuum.
So
And
where is this vacuum laser?
Australia.
And it's tracking things all around the world?
These spots. Yeah.
Okay.
So just even on Twitter, just search hashtag randonaut or randonauting or randonauts. I did a story on it last week
Not
on
like
Oddity Files.
NLC?
RANDONAUT.
Oh, like nautical,
Nautical.
Yes.
direction.
You're saying not, and I didn't know.
Or like astronaut.
At
Got it.
first,
The way
when
I
you
viewed
said,
it.
"Have you heard of Randonauts?" I was like, "Is that a comedian or something?" Like, it was Randonauts.
So
But
I did a
this
story that went into all the science it allegedly is on Oddity Files. That one went up last week, and that's why Nick and I he gave us homework, and we each had to go randonauting. He did not.
Ah.
I did. It was pretty stellar. We recorded last night. That's why I did it yesterday, so I could get my homework done, because I'm still in that phase in my life, apparently.
Oh, yes,
very last
yeah.
minute.
Yep, we've been doing that too.
Yeah. But it was neat. And I came across this thing I never knew was there. And what I think the use of this app is, they say you press all the buttons, you make all your selections, and then you come up with an intention in your mind of what you want to see, what you want to experience. Allegedly, there's no way this works. The phone can sense that and helps find your place from there.
Okay.
Absolutely not. There's no way that can even be a possibility.
I mean, everything is energy, so maybe
True.
That's a good point.
But I think it sets your mindset to where you're looking for that. My intention was, I want a story to tell and close to my home. 9 minutes away, and I have this amazing story to tell.
Did it give you, other than like, wow, there's a mansion here I didn't know about, did it give you the tingly feelings that you get when you're around a haunting or a spirit or anything?
So the actual spot that it sent me to, yes. But I don't know if it was psychological. I don't know if it's because I knew that was the spot. I'm going to debunk it, because I'm going to say that it was just my brain saying, oh, this is a spot you should feel something.
Yeah.
But the mansion with the huge gate to go down their driveway was something. I mean, it's been there for years. I looked on Google Maps. There's like 3 houses back there. I think, personally, it's a cult. That's my story to tell.
Fun.
So check out, it's the Randonautica app.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to find
it
because I'm not gonna get serial killed.
All right. And let's talk about all the places that people can find you, Kitsie. as you're taking a drink.
Very thirsty.
So sorry.
It's okay.
You can find me at oddityfiles.com, at Oddity Files, on all the social sites. Me personally, I'm at Kitsie Duncan on all the stuff and all the things. And if you're into the paranormal, check out my podcast, also called Oddity Files, or a TV show on Amazon Prime. It's free to Prime members. It's also called Oddity Files. Oh, and I have a podcast that I'm having a lot of fun with. It's called Miss Murder. We talk about chicks who kill and why bitches be crazy.
It's so good. Yes. Woo! And you can find us in all the places as the Kind of Nerdy Girls. We're the Kind of Nerdy Girls on Facebook, Kind of Nerdy Girls on Twitter, Instagram, and our interactive group, which is where we're always chatting about this kind of stuff all the time, is the Kinda Nerdy Network on Facebook. We'd love for you to join us there. And also an announcement about my TV show, Pet Pals TV.
Yay.
Yes, it's expanding. So if you are in Indiana and you have not been able to watch Pet Pals TV, we are expanding to it's channel 40 is what it is. And you can get it with an antenna. So if you don't have any service, you can still get it. And you can get it. It's on Dish and AT&T and all. It's carried as a local channel. So a lot of the people in Indiana who were used to watching us on Wish TV isn't on anything other than Xfinity right now. So we made a deal. And so now we have a new place for you to find us.
So I can watch you now.
You can watch us now. Yes.
Yay.
Yes. And then if you're not in Indiana, because we have a really high listenership in Alaska. I'm not kidding.
Cool.
Yeah. You can find us if you go to petpalstv.com. You can find the local listings because we're everywhere. Pets are. I don't know. I just made that up.
That should be your guys' slogan.
We're everywhere. Pets are. All right. That's a wrap. Choo, poo, choo, pow, pow, pow. Thanks for listening. Choo, doo, woo, boo, boo, tweet, tweet.
Love you guys.